Most conflicts come from misunderstanding and misguided assumption, and assumptions are often wrong. Hello everyone, hello. How are you all doing? Happy midweek to you. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome here, and thanks for tuning in. So today I want to talk about how to break the patterns of miscommunication. How to break a pattern of miscommunication. Sometimes we will have one or two issues with anyone. It could be your colleague, it could be your friend, it could even be your family members. And later on, when you start recounting how things happen, sometimes you don't like maybe how you responded to the situation as at the time it happened. You might feel, oh, maybe you could have done better, or you couldn't have, maybe you should have not responded the way you had. So how to break the patterns of miscommunication. So I will start by saying, instead of assuming you know everything, it is better not to assume that you know everything. So assumptions are often wrong. Not all the time. Assumptions are often wrong. As people will say, oh, I'm entitled to my own opinion. Of course, I'm entitled to my own opinion and you're entitled to your own opinion. But sometimes I cannot control how you perceive some of my opinion, or I can't really you can't really control some of the way I perceive your own opinion too. If I want to be polite and show courtesy, I might want to consider how I will bring my opinion out to you, or so you don't really feel hurt. But despite the fact some people still feel hurt, why you are still trying for them not to feel hurt. So instead of assuming you know everything, don't. It's a way of you breaking the pattern of miscommunication. If you think this person says something, you might be assuming, and your assumption might be wrong. That is why I says assumptions are often wrong. Be genuinely curious. If you know this is thing, I'm really curious about this. Be genuinely curious. Say that you're curious, or you want to know why this is happening. You ask the question. Ask and inform. Question. Even if you think you know everything about each other, ask for clarity. It is very good. The second point is, instead of using an unhealthy communication style, you can break a pattern of miscommunication by you not using unhealthy communication style. When you use unhealthy communication, we often unconsciously maybe trigger or attack people, approach the person, or devalue others. Some people feel the question you're asking, the way you make them feel while you are communicating that thing, that feel very unhealthy, it demean them. They will say, oh, you bring me down. You demean my distance, my effort. You devalue my effort or my handwork. And they will tell you it's not acceptable. So don't do that. Instead of that, learn healthy and assertive communication skill. That will help to break the pattern of miscommunication. Another point is, instead of not listening to understand, and this is what some people do, they don't listen to understand, but they only listen to respond. And I think I have shared this in boundaries in the past. So a lot of people listen to respond. They don't listen to understand. We all fall into this in one way or the other. It might be very mild, and I try to be conscious of it too. Like I used to say, we're all work in progress. So not really being interested and curious about other persons or topic. Instead of that, be open and curious. Ask questions and learn from them. Don't form just answer me. because I already know and I already have a response for you. If you do that, when that person is answering you, you might not pick the keywords that you should have picked. Then you would have responded in the way you would have looked a bit stupid. Some would say, I think I just said that in my response to you right now. And when you check again, some of them will now ask, what did you say? And they will say it again. And they realize that maybe if they have listened when that person was talking and not just listening to respond, because when they were listening to respond, they are not picking the keywords that could have made them not to ask them or say something they said earlier. It is good to listen attentively, pick the keywords. Don't listen to respond irrationally. So there's a difference from listening to respond. You can respond well, you can listen and respond well, give accolade, feel inspired and courage and all that. But there's some listening that is only to attack whatever you have said. They listen to show the reaction in a negative way. And this last one is, instead of wanting to win the conversation, a lot of people are only having that motive or mood of argumentative thing, competition. They want to be heard, they want to be listened to, they always want to win. And they thereby not listen to others to see the value in what other people are saying. Fine, we know you're very brilliant, you can speak very well, you know what you're doing, but you're not God. You cannot be 100% perfect. In as such, you need to give other people a listening ear. You don't really need to win all the argument before you become a fool. Sometimes look at the argument, take a pause, move back, chuckle, and just let it slide. You could have taught a lot of people a lesson with you not responding. Also remember that silence sometimes could win your argument. It makes you learn more. It makes you to know other people. Sometimes you could be silent and see other people's reaction, and they would not be able to tell what your next action will be. They will only assume. Some will conclude. Some are curious. Some are restless because they don't know what your next action will be. When you decide to listen, keep quiet and listen, be silent. Some might be thinking the next one they bring, you're going to be silent. And when you now speak, it will meet them unaware. You don't always have to win a conversation. It's about our ego. The goal should be to inform, understand, find solution, learn, broaden our perspective, and move forward. You cannot always win an argument. You can't. Not always wanting to win an argument will also let you have an open mind where you can learn. You can also admit when you go wrong. Admitting when you're wrong so you can grow and move forward. Else, some people will see you as the fool. They always a fool that you always are. You don't learn. You only prefer people to hear you out. Learn to have a meaningful conversation that isn't about dominating the chat or dominating the conversation or wherever you guys are talking about. Don't always be the one to dominate everything. If you have that attitude or habit of dominating, when you meet those who are above you, it will be difficult for you to succumb, to learn, to allow them to have their space. You will be reading meanings to what they have done wrong. In fact, everything they've said, instead of you to look at the positive side, you'll be looking at negative side of everything they are doing just to bring them down, because you're already having that negative notion about dominating a conversation or a meeting. And I hope this helps. Remember, every change or the change starts from you and I. Communicate openly, be honest and transparent in your communication. And if you realize that you have made a mistake or contributed to any misunderstanding some people might have been having, it could be your friends or anyone, it is better you admit it and take responsibilities for your action. Don't start passing blame on others or start taking it personal. Remember, the other party could also be having the same feelings as you. And also know that most conflict often comes from misunderstanding and misguided assumption. Let me know what you think about this. Have you been in any of the situation? Have you seen or experienced any of this? Do you have anything to add? You're free to do that. You can kindly do that in the comment section and let me know. I would love to read from you all. Also remember that we're all work in progress. That's it. Thank you very much for listening. Please do share if you find value in this video, and remember to click the like button if you haven't done so. And if you're new here and you like what I'm about, please do well to click the subscribe button and turn on your notification button so you can know whenever I upload the new video. And I will see you in my next one. Do take care and remain blessed. Bye bye.